The storm was a complete shock to my wife and I. Of course, Wednesday night, the September 11th, we heard the alerts coming on TV and about flash flood and rain. We didn't notice a whole lot of rain, so I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to the alerts. And Thursday afternoon, the 12th of September, when we heard a commotion in the basement, I took a look and I could see that the water was up to the first step. And so I panicked and went downstairs and frantically started getting stuff out of the basement. Before I knew it was up to my knees as I'm grabbing things right and left. The next thing I knew it was up to my waist. I mean, this basement filled up to almost 5 feet of water in about 2 hours.
This is where the water came through when it first started. And from here you can see the velocity of the water. It dug a huge hole underneath my neighbor's driveway. Well, Donna saw the wall of water coming down the road, and that van that's parked over there, she saw that floating down the road. And then the wall of water hit here, and some of it went in the front door. So she grabbed the 2 German Shepherds, and they went out the back, and they swam to the fence. So she kicked open the fence outward, and she said when that happened, it just kind of blew her and the dogs right out into the golf course. And basically, she held on to the dogs, and they basically swam her across the golf course.
I'm the regional planning manager for Region 8 Team Rubicon. So as soon as we found out that the flooding was happened, myself and the field operations manager flew in on the 15th of this month to start planning our response to this area, conduct damage assessments, and find out if there was a need for Team Rubicon to respond. We know that a lot of organizations aren't able to organize as quickly as we can, and there was a definite need to save lives and prevent further damage. Team Rubicon sends out damage assessment teams to canvass the local area. We find out if there's any significant property damage where an area may need to be condemned, or if there's any significant need that we can provide. We also take that information and provide it to our partner organizations. From that point, we'll organize a strike team, equip them through equipment from our strategic partners, and then action that target, which is essentially in this area, which is debris removal, muck outs, or mold remediation.
So here's where Team Rubicon pulled out all the gravel out of my basement and drywall, 5-gallon bucket by 5-gallon bucket. They would bring it here. A gentleman was standing here with a rope, and he would pull it up like this, dump it in a can, drop the 5-gallon bucket back down, and the next one would come and he'd do this. He'd just repeat the procedure over and over until they got it all out. Once they walked on, I knew I didn't have to worry about anything that I asked them to do, that I knew it was going to be done. Especially the way they responded to, being told what to do, and they just jumped to it, and no questions, no nothing. They just grabbed it and went to work.
Being in the military, we're trained to be able to handle a lot of different situations. We're trained to be able to go into war zones. We're trained to be able to go into areas where there's no information and make order out of chaos. What we are uniquely qualified for with this is that fact. When we come to these areas of people that have never experienced situations like this, they don't know what to do. All they know is now their life is turned upside down and they don't know what's next. We're there and able to take point and take the lead and let them know we'll give them the structure and the guidance that they need to get this work done. We're great at 3 things: improvisation, adaptation, and overcoming. Through ingenuity and our experience and skills, all of us, whether you're combat arms, supply, logistical, admin, planning, it doesn't matter. We're all uniquely qualified in situations like this to be able to stand out and help those homeowners in this time of need. We found there was still about a good 1.5 inches at least of sewage and mud in the basement. A lot of cardboard boxes and family memorabilia, their history, things that mean things to them, just completely destroyed and water damaged.
The other thing is through all this is the emotional roller coaster. I've been so focused on trying to get the basement clean and taking care of Donna that I really hadn't given much thought to much else. And now today I find myself in a bit of an emotional roller coaster because on one hand I'm extremely happy that Team Rubicon is here helping with the effort, giving me and my body a break. But in the same respect, it's just really difficult to see the loss. because all his stuff's been buried under mud and been down there for years, long enough to forget about it. And now here it all is.
What I find to be the most challenging isn't necessarily of a physical nature, but it's being able to help the homeowner through what's happened to them. They aren't trained to handle situations like this. This is some of the worst days of their lives for them. A lot of people store their family memories in their basements, and all their basements are now flooded under 4+ feet of water. So having to help them cope with what they're feeling and dealing with, and try to let them know that, you know, there's still hope out there. We're here as a community to help you get through this and to let you know that you're going to be okay and be able to pull through it. What Team Rubicon means to me and a lot of other veterans, when we get back and we're out of the service, you lose your brotherhood. You lose the uniform and the identity. You lose a purpose because you're not out in the field with your family every day. You're by yourself around people that don't know and can't understand what you've gone through. So having Team Rubicon as a platform for other veterans to connect and come together, to have that family that knows what you've been through, to be able to help you through some hard times, and they can understand and be there for you, is just, it means the world to me and to all of us. It's literally saved tons of lives.